Imagine arriving in a new city. Every hotel is fully booked. The cheapest room costs hundreds of dollars. You have nowhere to sleep. Now imagine that complete strangers are willing to open their homes to you. A spare bedroom, an empty apartment, even an entire house. Today, that idea feels completely normal. Millions of people do it every year without thinking twice. But not long ago, it sounded completely insane. Who would sleep in a stranger's home? Who would trust someone they had never met with their own house? Most people believed no one would. Investors certainly did. In fact, one of the biggest travel companies in the world was rejected again and again because almost everyone thought the idea was ridiculous. Yet today, Airbnb has completely transformed the way people travel. It has welcomed hundreds of millions of guests, created income opportunities for millions of hosts, and built a company worth tens of billions of dollars. But the story behind Airbnb is even more unbelievable than its success. It began with two roommates who couldn't afford to pay their rent. No wealthy investors, no revolutionary technology, no perfect business plan. Just an air mattress on the floor of a small apartment. This is the incredible story of Airbnb, the company that turned one desperate idea into one of the greatest startup success stories in history. In 2007, Brian Chesky and Gebbia were living together in a small apartment in San Francisco. They were both designers, creative, ambitious, but financially, things weren't going well. Rent in San Francisco was expensive. Their savings were disappearing quickly. Then something unexpected happened. A major international design conference was coming to the city. Thousands of visitors needed a place to stay. Hotels were completely sold out. The roommates suddenly had an idea. What if they rented out space inside their apartment? They didn't have an extra bedroom, but they did have enough floor space for a few air mattresses. They bought 3 inflatable beds, created a simple website, promised guests a place to sleep and homemade breakfast. They called the idea Air Bed and Breakfast. To their surprise, 3 strangers booked the listing. One was from India, one came from Utah, another traveled from Boston. Instead of simply renting beds, Brian and Joe spent time talking with their guests. They shared meals, exchanged ideas, learned about different cultures. The experience changed everything. They realized people weren't only looking for cheaper places to stay. Many travelers wanted authentic local experiences. They wanted to meet real people instead of checking into anonymous hotel rooms. The roommates believed they had discovered something much bigger than a way to pay rent. There was only one problem. Almost nobody else agreed. Most people thought the idea sounded dangerous. Sleeping in a stranger's home, inviting strangers into your apartment. It seemed impossible to build trust. Even close friends doubted the concept. Still, Brian and Joe refused to give up. Soon they were joined by a technical co-founder, Nathan Blecharczyk, an engineer with strong programming skills. Together, the 3 founders officially launched Airbnb. The timing could not have been worse. In 2008, the global financial crisis hit. The economy collapsed, people lost jobs, investors stopped funding risky startups. Money became incredibly difficult to raise. Airbnb desperately needed cash, but every investor they met rejected them. Some thought people would never trust strangers. Others believed hotels already dominated the market. Several investors didn't even understand what Airbnb actually did. Meeting after meeting ended with another rejection. Many entrepreneurs would have quit. The Airbnb founders did the opposite. Instead of giving up, they searched for creative ways to survive. That same year, the United States presidential election captured the nation's attention. Barack Obama and John McCain were competing for the White House. The founders noticed millions of Americans were buying political merchandise, so they designed limited edition cereal boxes. One featured Barack Obama. It was called Obama O's. Another featured John McCain. It was called Captain McCain. The cereal itself wasn't important. The boxes became collector's items. They sold them for $40 each. Surprisingly, people bought them. The founders earned around $30,000. That money kept Airbnb alive. Years later, investors would describe those cereal boxes as proof that the founders could solve impossible problems. Despite surviving financially, Airbnb still struggled to grow. Listings were limited. Guests hesitated. Trust remained the biggest obstacle. Then the founders discovered something interesting. Many property photos on the website looked terrible. Dark rooms, blurry images, poor lighting. Apartments appeared much less attractive than they actually were. Brian decided to investigate personally. He flew to New York with a professional camera. He visited hosts one by one. He photographed their homes himself. The results were immediate. Properties with high-quality photos received significantly more bookings. It was a simple improvement, but it dramatically changed the platform's growth. Sometimes billion-dollar companies are transformed not by complicated technology, but by solving one simple problem exceptionally well.